Hi everyone, welcome back to my garage. And today I thought I would do something a little different as the holidays are approaching. They're still a few months away, but it's that time of year where people start thinking about putting up their Christmas lights or Halloween lights. And you might be like me, I've been thinking about it for a while. So today we're going to do an unboxing, and later in the video I'm going to show you the finished product. I'm not actually going to take you through the install of all the units. I might bring you a little clip, but we're going to do an unboxing of the Govee Lights. And these are the Elite series. They have 3 series. They have, or technically 4, they have their original Govee Lights. They have the Govee Lights 2, the Govee Lights Elite. Now, the Govee Lights 2 and the Elite are basically the same. And then they have a Pro series. And really the difference between the regular 2s and Elites versus the Pros are the Pros give you a warranty for cutting and splicing, because they do have a special splicer that you can cut the wires, put it into this special set of attachments that will connect the wires together if you need to cut them other than the preset lengths. Now, I thought I'd do this video because I know I've been looking to do permanent lights. They look, from the pictures I've seen, they look nicer than your traditional Christmas lights. And I've been exploring the professionally installed lights. Now, that gave me the idea of, how many people are putting out those dollars for the professional lights. They're not super expensive. For an average house, they're going to run $20 to $40 a foot. So depending on, the length of your house, whether you're running 100, 150, 200 feet of lights, it can be reasonable. So you're, for the average house, you're looking somewhere between $2,000 to $4,000 for professional installation. And at the 2 to maybe even 3 range, that's actually not bad value, considering you're getting a more commercial light, you're getting tracks that all the wires are hidden in, and you're getting it installed on your house. But I thought, in this day and age, how many consumers are spending $2 to $3 grand to put lights? I'm going to bet not a lot of people. And from a couple of guys I talked to, one guy said he only did 6 installs last year. So that gives me an indication. So I had the idea of doing this video because our channel is about living a good life, but not having to spend money like crazy in order to do it. Is there a more cost-effective way? And yes, I'm frugal. Now, mind you, $2 grand to have lights, $2 to $3 grand to have lights installed is reasonable, as I said. I think you're getting value there. But I look back and say, when my kids were toddlers, you got a young family, you're starting out, do you have $3 grand to put out for lights? Probably not. So I had the idea, let's explore the Govee Lights, and I'm going to use my house as an example. That way I can bring you some future updates to let you know how they're holding up, how I like them. So I've gone out and purchased, this is not a sponsored video, I've actually purchased this kit with my own money. Even if I do a collaboration or a sponsored videos, you will always get 100% what I think. So I've purchased these with my own money. This is the 150-foot kit of the Govee Lights Elites. Your cost for Govee Lights is going to range somewhere from $200 and change to about $800, depending on whether you're buying the original series, whether you're buying 50, 100 foot or 150 or 200 feet kits, and whether you're buying that original 2s or Elites or the Pros. The Pros are the most expensive. They're going to run you up in that $700, $800 range. Govee kit, Now, I'll be right up front. I purchased this 150-foot kit, got a deal on it, was $400. And that's pretty good. If you watch for your Prime days, you can buy the twos or the originals for anywhere from mid 200s to about 400 and change, $500 Canadian. In the US, of course, it'll be less. I'll post some links below. So you're looking at in general, for most houses, somewhere between $250 and $400 worth of investment and your time and labor to do it. And if you're a little handy, it should be fairly easy to do. So with that being said, let's unbox this, show you what you get in a kit, and then later in the video, I'll actually bring you, once it's installed, possibly even a couple of snippets during the install. But honestly, I'm a little less interested in doing that because of the height of some of the peaks on the house, etc. So let's pop this open. What you're going to typically get is a quick start guide. You're going to get a user's manual. This is just, again, a little booklet with the barcode on the back for you to download the app, and then just some safety information on the electrical and the adapter. Pretty standard. So we'll put that to the side. Now, in a 150-foot kit, you get the main large box and 3 additional boxes. Now, in this box, we should have our controller, our power adapter, but let's open it up and I'll tell you exactly. Now, in a 150-foot kit, you get 9, and I'll just confirm that for you, 9 strands of 16.7 feet. Yeah, 16.7, sorry, I wanted to say 15 for a second. 9 strands of 16.7 feet. You get 4 extension cords, which I can see are right here. You're going to get 2 12-foot cords, which are nice to go if there's an area where you don't have your eaves going across, that you can bridge that, or if you're going up to a peak. So you have 2 12-foot extensions, or if there's just an area you don't want to light up. And then you also get 2 4-foot extensions. In here, in this little baggie, there are some clips for the cables themselves, and I believe those will probably be more for the power. So let's pull this out. So we have our power box here, and then this is the control box. Plus, actually, that looks like a nice stretch of cord, nice long stretch of cord. And the reason I'm saying nice long stretch is, you know, depending where your power is, which is typically inside your garage or near your front door, you may need to plug that in and then run this up a wall or inside the garage and out through a garage door. In our install, and I'll probably bring you this part of the video, I'm actually going to go through the wall from inside the garage, and I'm going to start at one far end of the house, which is actually this upper corner back here where my finger's pointing next to that ladder. I have a power outlet higher up on the wall because I have wall-mounted garage door openers because of the car lifts behind us. So these are high lift doors. So the garage door openers, I don't know if you can kind of see them back there up. I think there's one right there. They sit on the wall, so there's a power adapter there. And I'm gonna go right through the wall, right through the brick in order to run this cord. And that way it's hidden nicely, plus it's on the outside wall away from where you'd see it, so you don't see the wire hanging at the house. The other thing that we have here, and I'll show you these how they operate in a moment. So in our first box, and there's 3 boxes like this, let's pull this out. We have 1 string of lights, and what I'm going to do is turn this around because there's just so many little bits of data to remember. These are what the lights look like, and I'll bring them up close because what's unique about the 2s and the Elites is when you look at the light, you're going to notice there's 3 areas. There's those 2 yellow bands on the outside and the whiter band inside. And the reason you have those 3s are these are an RBGIC WW light. So normally RBGIC, which are the original versions, are your red, green, blue, and then it uses those colors to produce a white, where in your Elites and your 2 series, they actually have white LEDs. And the pros take that and amplify it because of the lumens they put out. So the WW means warm white. So you can get more truer whites with your 2 series and your Elites, and then even more with your pros. So that if you want to use these like Eve lights, which we have on our house, but you want to have more lighting, you can use them as a white accent light the rest of the year, or use them as more of a security lighting around your house. Now, what the real difference, and I'll finish this unboxing in a second, the real difference between your original series, your Elites, and your 2s, and your pros are some of the specs, and some of that is going to be the lumens. So the original lights put out 25 lumens. Your 2 series and your Elites put out 40 lumens per light, and then your pros put out 50 lumens per light. The other difference is pros will put out 6,500 K of white. That's the range. So that gives a much whiter light, where the 2s and the Elites here, right on the box, it tells you 4,000 K. So that's a warmer white with you're on the edge of a daylight light. And then the originals, I believe, were like 2,600, 3,000 K, something like that. Hence why they're using the different colors to make white. Okay, so we have 1 strand there. As we pull out, we can see there's 2 more strands because they're connected with a watertight connector. So let's put that down. Inside the box, you're going to get 2 packs of clips, and I'll show you these in a second because these are also new compared to the pros and the original series. And then you're going to get a number of little screws, wall anchors, in case you're not putting it into a steel eaves, if it's a fascia board or some kind and you need to have the extra anchors. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And then on the back of all the lights, you have the red 3M sticky tape. And they give you another 9 pieces of spare sticky tape. I guess just in case you go to put that on and it doesn't stick, or there's dirt and you've got to reapply it. Now, 2 things I'll do since we'll come up a little closer. All the lights, regardless of the series, have waterproof adapters that will, I'm just looking for the end of this one to make it easy, that will attach together, and then you screw this to make it a watertight seal. And then, as I mentioned, the clips, some of the complaints on the earlier versions where there was a single clip that you would put, we'll get a light here, that would sit next to the light, and you would just screw it down. It'd be one single clip, and it was you're supposed to put a clip on every 4 lights. So what they've done now is they've created, and I cheated earlier, guys, I cut that hole in there to look at these ahead of time. They've created this little clip that, let's get a light, that goes on each of the lights. And basically what happens is you put it over the light and it wraps underneath your electrical wire. So now it's actually holding the light a little bit better. There's 2 screws so that when you screw it down, it's screwing down like this, and the wire's running underneath. Now, I will let you know after I do the install, towards the end of the video, what I think. But to me, that looks a little bit nicer. Now, I am planning to do the install without any extra tracks to hide it for the time being. I'm curious to see what it would look like if you were doing this on that lower budget, but you can get different cable tracks that you would use, for example, like inside to hide your audio wires. You can do that. Some of them are very similar in size to what you could use for these lights to make it more of a professional install. For now, I'm going to do the basic install, see what it looks like, and then decide whether I want to have it look more like a professional install down the road. And that might be a different video for you guys. So you're going to get 3 of these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera for a minute, going to get out the other lights, plug it in, and show you what they look like when they turn on, and then we'll bring you more of the video after that. Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm back. So I have laid out here on the table all 9 sections. I haven't unwound them, but I wanted to show you. So basically, before you do your install, Govee recommends that you plug them in, make sure that all the lights are working. So we're going to do that, or I'm going to do that right now for you. So we turn them on. They're going to go through their sequence where they light up and they go through different colors. And then that gives you the opportunity to be able to actually see them and inspect them, that they are all working. And actually, just even sitting here looking at these, they're pretty bright and the colors look pretty nice. Now, really the key will be doing the install next, and then I'll bring you some kind of dusk when it's getting dark, when you'll be able to see what the lights really look like. But as your first step, you want to plug them in. You want to make sure that all the lights are actually working. So I'm going to take a few minutes off camera, make sure that each one of these is actually lit up and working the way that it should. But this kind of gives you a general idea of the different colors that they'll cycle through. And then over the next coming months, the winter to the spring, I'll bring you some follow-up videos. But stay tuned. I am going to show you, as part of this video, the last part of the video will be maybe 1 or 2 little install tips and a final actually in action after they're installed. All right, so we'll be back. All right, here's what the finished product looks like. This is with a Christmas theme, and shortly I'll show you with the white accent lights. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Check back for future updates. And I hope this gives you an idea. It was a very simple install overall. Take care.